some more game design development food for thought. At some point, testing your game becomes important. Getting outside your own kind of ways of thinking and evaluating, and so you play it, but then you get used to playing it and all of its quirks. And the freshness in how you experience what you create goes away, and getting some more fresh perspective is very valuable to potentially making it be more. Yes, it can lead to a long path of continuous iteration and whatnot, but a little bit overall is probably better than nothing. Even though some folks are basically like they believe in just sort of make a game and test it in the market and keep going because the margin the financial aspect of being an independent game creator is has its challenges. That's one way to meet them. But also, I propose that doing enough is enough, right? You don't have to avoid testing. And let me give you some quick tips. So what if you had someone that wanted to test your game, and then you took two different approaches to facilitating them through testing, and make sure that you don't ask leading questions like you're really trying to get them to compliment you for the game. You just want to see what is. That's the valuable data. You already have a perspective that's already full of ideas and stuff. You need to see the freshness, and this can come from that person sitting down to test. So two ways to do that is set your game in front of them and say, play this, tell me what you think as you're playing along. So you don't give them a prompt other than to please play this game. And then that ensues. Along the way, you're capturing notes, right? You're listening to what they say, watching what they do, because those can be two different pieces of data. Like you can have really interesting things happen by the contrast between what people say and what people do. So you got your notes captured, and you let that go for a few minutes or whatever is enough of a play session, right? Now, second prompt is to give them a goal. What if there's already a shortcoming in how your game communicates, and then you could choose to be like a quest giver without having to code anything. It's just you right there on the spot. Like if you give that person an objective, they will keep that in mind and try to do that. And you say, well, with this goal in mind, please play this game and share your thoughts along the way. Then you watch what they do and listen to what they say, and you capture more data. Remember to not ask for leading questions like, would you buy this game? Is this your favorite game? What, hoping that they give you compliments, right? So just find out what they do and learn from it.